Hello everyone, welcome back. Let's talk about another medium problem on LeetCode today. Daily temperatures, LeetCode 739. Two nested loops gets you the right answer, but that is O of n squared. One stack gets you the same answer in O of n. Today we'll see exactly why. In this problem, we are given an array of daily temperatures, and for each day we need to find out how many days we have to wait to get a warmer temperature, meaning strictly higher. If it never gets warmer, we return 0 for that day. Let's look at an example. On day 0, the temperature is 73. Day 1 is 74, which is warmer. So, we have a wait of 1 day. Now for day 1, the next warmer day is day 2 at 75. So, the wait is again 1 day. Next, for day 2 at 75, we scan through 71, 69 and 72, all cooler, before hitting 76 on day 6. That is a wait of 4 days. We repeat the same process for every remaining day. If a day never finds a hotter temperature, like those last few days at the end of the week, it just gets a 0. In fact, the very last day is guaranteed to be 0. The simplest approach, a nested loop, just as we did in the example walkthrough. For every single day, we start a second loop that scans all future days until it finds a warmer temperature. If it doesn't find one, we fill in 0 for that day. So this approach works, but due to the nested loops, the worst case complexity is O of n squared. This is especially bad when temperatures are strictly decreasing. In that scenario, every single day scans all the way to the end of the array and finds absolutely nothing. So what if, instead of naively rescanning forward, we look backward as we process each day? We need a way to keep track of days we have already seen that are still waiting for the warmer temperature. Let's see what happens as we process each day, starting with day 0. The temperature is 73. We don't know the answer yet, so it waits. The next day is 74, which is warmer. So day 0 is resolved with a wait of 1 day. Now 74 waits. Day 2 at 75 resolves it. That's a wait of 1 day. And now 75 is the one waiting in line. Notice how when a warmer day arrives, the previous days get resolved as if they were being popped out. And so far, we saw that the days were getting warmer, but that is not always the case. For example, now the day 3 comes with a cooler temperature of 71, which is not warmer than 75. So it joins the waiting line. Day 4 at 69, same story, it joins too. Look at what we have now, a decreasing sequence of waiting temperatures. And that's the pattern. Any new day that isn't warmer just extends this line, and the line always stays in decreasing order. And this pattern has a name, monotonic stack. And more specifically, here we have a decreasing one. I may have covered this pattern on the channel before, but this is one of the classic problems to introduce it formally. Simply put, a monotonic stack is just a stack where the elements are forced to stay sorted in one continuous direction, ascending or descending. So, for the optimal approach, the very first thing we'll do is initialize an empty stack to hold our waiting days. Now, when we iterate through each temperature, we only push the index of the day onto the stack because we can always look up the actual temperature from the array directly using that index. So, at index 0, the stack is empty. There is no one waiting yet. So, we just push 0 onto the stack. Now, moving forward, here's the rule that drives everything. If current day is hotter than the stack top, pop it and record the index difference as the wait time and keep checking. If it is hotter, just push the current index and wait. Let's quickly trace it. At index 1, 74 is warmer than 73. So, following our rule, we pop the index 0 and calculate our wait time as current index 1 minus waiting index 0 equal to 1 day, and push the current index 1 onto the stack. At index 2, 75 is greater than 74. Again, we pop index 1. The wait time is 2 minus 1 equal to 1, and we push index 2. At index 3, 71 is not hotter than 75. So, as per our rule, we just push the index 3 onto the stack. And similarly, at index 4, temperature drops to 69. So, it joins the stack as well. Now at index 5, things get interesting. 72 is greater than 69. So we pop index 4, logging the weight of 5 minus 4 equal to 1. But wait, we check the new top of the stack and 72 is also greater than 71. So we pop index 3 as well, and wait time is 5 minus 3 equal to 2. And finally, the current temperature 72 is not greater than 75. So we finally stop popping and push index 5. From here, rest is easy. At index 6, 76 sweeps in and resolves both of our remaining waiting days, giving us wait times of 1 and 4. And we push this index 6. Finally, at index 7, 73 is cooler than 76. So we just push it onto the stack. The loop ends and any remaining indices in the stack were never resolved. So their waiting time simply stays 0. Now, the time complexity of this approach is O of n, where n is number of elements in the daily temperatures array. As every element touches the stack at most once, one push, one pop, that's it. And the space is O of n as we are storing the elements onto the stack. Now, let's go through the code with Java on the left and Python on the right. We start by initializing our answer array with zeros. This way, if a temperature never finds a warmer day, it just stays 0. We also create an empty stack, which will store our indices. Next, we iterate through our temperature array. If you are using Python, the enumerate function is perfect here to grab both the index and the temperature at the exact same time. Inside the loop, we use a while loop, not just an if statement. And this is the key insight. We need a while loop because a single hot day might resolve the wait for multiple cooler days all at once. This while loop checks two things. Is our stack not empty and is our current temperature greater than the one sitting at the top? If it is, we found a warmer day. We pop that older index of the stack, subtract it from our current index to get the wait time and save it in our answer array. Finally, we push the current index onto the stack so it can wait for its own warmer day in the future. Once the main loop finishes, we just return our completed answer array and we are done. So that's all for this video. I hope this video was useful to you. If it was, please give it a thumbs up and share it with others who might benefit from it. If you haven't subscribed the channel yet, make sure to hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so that you never miss an update. Your support helps me create more content like this. If you have any questions or suggestions, feel free to leave them in the comments below. Thanks for watching and see you in the next one.